Well, I guess he didn't do the countdown on here. Hi, you guys. Hi, you guys. I am Pavani J. Well, Nicole, aka Pavani J. And this is Exquisite Conversations. We're a couple minutes late. I had technical difficulties. I apologize about that. But the most important part of the night is ZenCris. How are you?
I'm doing well. I'm doing well. Thank you for having me.
What's going on? Talk to
Man,
us about
nice.
this summertime. Summertime. I was listening to it and I was trying to get it on now. And if I can get it on another device, you guys, I'll let you guys hear it live um,
Yeah.
right now if you don't mind. But in the meantime, in between time, tell me like how long have you been like singing or in the industry?
So I started doing music in 2013, and I was going like full speed. Like I had put out EPs under a different artist name. My artist name before was Reeves. Um, and I was doing shows in Atlanta, shows in Florida, shows in California, and it had a record called Blown Away that was bubbling. It was doing its thing. Shot a couple videos, and then had another record called Drowning. It was like on the MTV Jams during that time, MTVU. So things were moving, but then life throws you a curve, and
Yeah,
then
absolutely.
I had my son. So I was like, well, you know what? I'm gonna make sure I give all my time to my son to make sure he's good first before I do anything else.
Hmm.
So with that, I stopped. I stopped doing music. Everybody was just like, "Yo, what are you doing?" I said, "I have a son. I'm gonna give all my attention to my little man. Like I have to make sure that he's straight." So now he's to the point where he's old enough for me to maneuver. So I'm like, okay, well, I'm gonna go ahead and get my feet wet again, and see what happens. So that brings us to this point where it's like I'm a whole different person now. So it's like I changed the name to ZenCris because I was like, all right, what's something that people could just find me easy, and it's part of me. It's the reason why my name is Zen Chris was because one of my friends' moms would always say, Chris, like you're so zen, like you just got this zen vibe about you, like. And then I just ran with it. I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna use that. I'm just gonna use that.
That's definitely the vibe I got like right when I came on because I was like in a frenzy and right when I saw your smile, I was like, oh, okay, listen. Let me tell you what. Right
Yeah,
away, right away, I got a really relaxed energy from you. I'm an energy reader, and I feel, and you were just, you made it really simple for me. I want to thank your staff and your PR and everyone who has allowed you to come to Exquisite Conversation and hang out with me tonight. You guys, King Jacob is out. You guys know, you guys know that it's a holiday
yeah,
with
right.
family. Um, he is determined, like he ain't working on a holiday. But hey, he's out, you guys, and he just want to tell everyone hi. And so you guys get a taste of Pavani J. They get
Let's
a
get
taste
it.
of me tonight by myself. What on Exquisite Conversation?
Uh
Yes. Oh Lord, I'm having a great
oh.
time. You guys
Nice,
tune
nice,
in to
nice.
Zen Chris. We're gonna try to get his music up here going live. I think you guys will like it. Give him the name of it again.
Summertime fallout.
Summertime Fallout. And on the
Like,
Summertime Fallout, you kind of get in depth with the crying and the arguing. I mean,
oh, it's real. It's real. Like, cause t- so pretty much it stems from like a real situation, a real scenario, right?
mhm.
Um, and it's one of those things where someone isn't straight up with you from the gate. Like, they're not real with you from the gate, and then as you continue to grow and learn that person, it's just like, okay, I am not liking what I'm seeing.
Mhm.
I'm not liking what I'm seeing. It's just the timing just happened to be like, okay, well, this is ending at the end of the summer, going into fall. So it's just like, you know what? I'm just gonna call it that because that's pretty much what happened.
Well, was it was it an effect on you? Like, was there a lingering feeling of love, of deception, of
It was. a lingering feeling of like hurt, like because I got to a point where I was just ready to be open because for a
Mhm.
long time I was like super guarded, right? So when you're like, you know what, all right, I'm tired of being guarded. Let me go ahead and just let myself just feel, have like emotions. Let everything just be. Let it like how was it like let it be organic. And then when it gets to that point, it's like, all right, I guess I gotta put my guard back up again. But it
And I
was
guess
definitely lingering.
hmm it was a lingering feeling.
Yeah, it was. I definitely had to do some healing.
Oh,
So I
that's
put it in the
so
music. I put
sad.
it in the music, you know?
And what's interesting is that you put in the music, and I heard it. I heard and that was the question I was going to ask you, because I heard it wasn't Keith Sweatish.
No,
It wasn't that
right,
bad.
right, right, right.
it wasn't. It wasn't like that. But it was definitely, you know what I'm saying. You playing games, so on and so forth. I can hear it,
Mm-hmm.
and I like the beat. Tell me why um why they call you the man with the raspy voice.
Oh my gosh. So the dude that I write with, Lance, big up to you, Lance. Ever since like I started like rocking with him, he's always had like jokes and be like, yo, why it sound like you smoke like mad cigarettes and you don't do anything like and he's like, you know what, you're the smoky voice guy. Like you're the smoky voice guy. I'm just like, all right, bro. He's like, you don't even know how your voice sounds. Like you just had it forever. So to you it doesn't sound unique. I'm just like, all right, bro. But that's pretty much where like that came from. All that came from my boy Lance.
Okay, okay. So you told me when you started singing.
Mm-hmm.
When you were growing up as a child, did you imagine yourself being a singer? Tell me a little bit about your childhood.
So childhood, I actually I did like a couple musicals, like in elementary school. I had played like steel drums because all my family's from Trinidad and Tobago.
Oh, okay.
Um, and and then stopped because I started getting into sports more and was just focusing on school because my mom was like super strict when it came to like school. And it was one point right before I went to college where I was like, I said, Mom, I feel like I want to like produce and stuff like that. She was like, nah, you have to get the degree. That's it. I was like, all right. So she killed that early. I was like, all right, well, I'm gonna get my degree and then I'll find my way back to it. And
Right.
pretty much that's how it went. And then all of a sudden everybody was like, I didn't know you could sing like that. I was like, well, talk to mom.
I haven't smelled this much in a long time. You got the whole. Have you thought about acting?
Oh, I have thought about acting. It's definitely something that I want to do. Um, whenever I get a chance or presents itself, because again, when everything was going 100 miles a minute, I was in this pilot for this show called Coalition, and one of my close friends, Big up Eric, was like, "Yo, dude, like they love your music. They want you to be part of this pilot. Um, let's see if you could do a little bit of acting." I was like, "All right," did it. It was a good experience, and then I still have like relationships with people because I don't like to burn bridges or anything like that. So I'm still in touch with everybody. So I'm pretty sure if the opportunity presents itself again, I'm definitely gonna do it because I like acting too. I'm a fool.
I know.
I'm a
I got a snippet of you. Like we connected right away, right? Like right
yeah.
away. It's not like we're relatives or something. I'm like, maybe this is different because most of the time people are very serious, and so I try to let them know exquisite conversation is definitely a, like I said, classy, not trashy show.
Right.
But I would like the guests to come in and be themselves.
Exactly.
This is what we want to see. We don't want to you to be stiff. You got your bow tie on. You come out here with your sweater on, your hat turned to the back. I'm like, push the button over here on this other phone. Check him out, ladies. He cute.
I
So
got you. I
yeah,
got you.
that's what we want. I want people to come here and feel like they're at home. It's late night.
I definitely get that vibe, without question.
That's great. That's great. That's great. Thank you so much. I really appreciate you for saying that. Um, so tell me, you have a single, right? That's just your single. Have you made an album yet?
I got I got plenty of music. I got plenty of music.
Okay.
Not it's just to the point where have to choose because I'm gonna wrap up like the writing part soon. So you could just all right now choose what I want to do as far as like EPs and then go into album mode. So
Okay.
so people can have something to chew on for a little bit and then turn it up even more.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. So is do you just sing and that's it, or do you do a little bit of rapping too, or are you just a singer, or how is it?
So you wanna know what's interesting? Anytime that I sing, like anytime I write when I sing, I hear it as like I'm rapping. I
Oh,
hear it like
interesting.
it. I hear it like it's as if I'm rapping. Like, and I'll listen to a whole bunch of hip hop and just sing. Like that's how I hear it in my head initially. Um, and then I can rap, but I don't want to. I don't want to rap. And I could do reggae. I could do soca
Okay.
music just because like that's is in me to do that.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, it's in me to do it because like, all my relatives like, well, when you gonna do a soca record, boy? I said, well, when I get a chance, I gotta feel it. I gotta
I
feel it.
love it. I love it. I
You
love it.
know?
I love it. That is amazing. The accent, everything. You guys, now we got ZenCris on here being himself. Ladies, women buy albums. We buy CDs. We want the whole kit and caboodle.
Right.
We want the whole kit and caboodle. And I'm trying to move my hand over here really fast so that I can get it pulled up because I want it to be played right. Um, so before we leave tonight, we're gonna listen to your song. Unless you want to sing it out loud for us.
I'm on daddy duty. Otherwise, I would. My little man's outside. I'm just like, all right. I was like, I would, but I'm not gonna try to wake him up.
Oh, he's right. No, when they're
Yeah,
sleeping, no, he's
yeah,
like,
yeah.
no.
Because he's like, dad. I'm like, oh man.
Right. That's a whole nother 7 hours of awake time that you have
Oh
to
yeah.
be like.
I'm not beat
Is
for
he
that.
like still an infant, or is he a toddler?
Nah,
Or
so he's 5. He just
oh
turned
wow,
5, so he like his antennas are up.
yes.
Yeah.
Does he hear you sing? Has he ever been to the studio with you?
Yes, he has, and I said, all right, I'm not bringing you back to the studio. But what's
So
interesting is my mom was like, "You're raising yourself." I'm like, "What you mean?" Because now I see like he really likes music, and then he'll just be in his bedroom, like he'll be playing with his toys, and now all of a sudden everything is turned to like a song for him. I'm like, "What? This is kind of crazy." Yeah, like
it's mode
any and
time.
every,
It's our
literally.
mode. I found out my daughter can sing when she was 2.
Oh
Um,
wow.
I was laying on the bunk bed, and she was at the top. And as she was at the top of the bed, and I was asking her, "Are you asleep?" She leaned her head over and she started singing a church song. And I was like, "What in the?" I didn't even know she was so good. To this day, she sings. She's not a singer, but she
Hmm.
can blow. She can blow a horn or two or three.
I
Yes,
feel that. I feel that. I feel
he's
that.
a mode. He's a mode time right now. Right now, you can, if you keep something in his hand and keep him going.
Hmm.
Yeah, it'll amaze you. It seems like he's your everything,
Oh my
your
gosh,
favorite life
that's my world. Like that's my world. Like yeah, that's what forced me. I was like, because before that, music was my world. Then once God was like, no, this is something bigger. This is something better for you. I was like, all right, I got it.
And so, where do you see yourself in the next 5 years as far as your music career goes?
As long as I don't stop, I'm gonna be good. I'm gonna be good. Like I'm gonna be good because uh, what's interesting. For the longest out here, like, yo, like you supposed to be already on top, like you supposed to be there already. I'm like, okay, yeah, I said I got to trust God's timing. That's all I got to do is trust God's timing every time.
Every
But I
time.
definitely see myself. being pretty successful within this industry, as long
Mhm.
as I just stay myself, like stay true to myself, because I want to make that music where it has playback value, where it's like timeless pieces, and
Mhm.
and people could like marinate on it, because now like you constantly have to be in people's faces. So I figure if I make something that is dope enough or that resonates enough with people, I could live life and continue to write to give them that type of music that they want, instead of it
Absolutely.
just being and people's attention spans just going down. So,
Yeah, the more computerized
mm-hmm.
everything gets, the more unmodern things are, the faster the world works.
Yes,
People can hardly focus in on a conversation with looking
exactly.
at you with eye gauges. That's interesting. How old are you? If you don't mind me
I
asking.
am 33.
Oh, I thought you were going to say something. I think you're going to be like 24 or 25. You're doing something right. You look
I'm
really young.
trying. I'm trying.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
So that's what you want to do in 5 years. Are there outside of, well, no, not outside of. I want to stay focused in on this on this
Okay.
summertime. If you can remix it, who would you remix it with?
Like artist wise,
Hmm.
Tank,
Oh, without question, huh?
Tank,
Without
all day,
question.
without question, all day.
Okay.
Yeah,
If
that's my
you
guy.
remix it with a woman and her coming in with the hook or her own verse in regards to your verse, like something against yours.
It could be she coming with her verse, and then we could do the second hook together
Hmm.
to combine it together for both voices.
Kind of like Kiki and Avant back in the day.
Yes,
Bring that back. Bring
yes,
that back.
very, very, very much so.
Right.
That's a dope
Bring that
vibe.
back.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
It's an
Because it makes
idea.
it cohesive. It makes it cohesive.
It has to make sense. It has to make sense. And
Mm-hmm.
just what I heard, um, I can see that her coming in with her part because you're letting her know clearly how you feel. You're
Yeah.
clearly upset, and she was bogus. And then let her either she can swing it either way. Um, she can either tell you that she's sorry, or she could be like it was your
It
fault.
is what it is, right? Exactly.
However you
Exactly.
guys swing it.
It's up for interpretation.
Yes, but I'm pretty sure that people would. Um, I'm pretty sure people would vibe to it. When you has your music been out there where you've seen the reaction of people yet? Have you did a concert or anything like that?
Recently, I haven't done any like concerts recently. Um, but like for instance, anytime like I go to work, or like if I run into somebody that I haven't seen in a while, they be like, "Yo, that summertime fallout." They'll be like, "Yeeked." I'm like, "Oh, that's what's up. I appreciate you, even vibing to it." And it's like, "No, bro. Like, I'm happy to hear that you back. Like, I'm happy to hear your voice. Like, this is what you should be doing." I'm like, "Nah, I appreciate it. I appreciate it." So far, it's been good feedback. It's been good feedback.
I mean, from what I heard, literally, you couldn't have told. And these are the reason. This is the reason why I'm asking these questions, is because you couldn't have told me that um, you haven't done a concert soon. I mean, you haven't done a concert recently, or you haven't sang recently. It sounds so fresh, like you know what I'm saying, like you
Mm-hmm.
ride with it. I don't know that you answered Jacob. He just answered that. He's like seeing something. His son is right there. He's sleeping. He does not want to wake the baby, so he
Otherwise,
can't.
I'll do it all day. I'll do it all day.
He hums all day every day. You got, oh, maybe they're unaware of what that is. um yeah, so upon you, what's the you can you give out the name of your next hit song? We're gonna call it a hit because we speak it into existence.
I haven't even chose, like, I haven't even chose it. like what the next record is gonna be. Um, but from what I've done,
Hmm.
but you know what? One another thing that I learned too is like as an artist, sometimes the records that you love, people don't necessarily gravitate to.
That's true.
Like
That's
when we did Summertime Fallout, like I guess because it was so personal, I was like, this gotta grow on me. I don't know if I really want to put it out like that. And then
what.
I was surprised like at the feedback. I was surprised at the feedback. It was like, nah, we putting this out. I was like, all right. I was like, I think we should put out this other record that I did. But they was like, nah. Like, watch, just watch. I was like, all right.
And
But
that's what you have to do as an artist, because your ear is a different ear.
mm-hmm.
You hear everything. You hear
Right,
everything.
right.
They hear beats. Some people hear lyrics. Some people hear beats and lyrics. And what you that's just the world. The world is what it is. And 9 times out of 10, what you think is a banger, somebody else is gonna be like, yeah. You're gonna be like, I want that one. We just had an artist and we just went through that. He was like, y'all for real? We were like, yeah. And it happened. So um and it'll be like that for you a lot of times. So I guess you have to, and I mean, not guess, you have to cater to your target audience, cater to
Mm-hmm.
your audience. What does your
Mm-hmm.
audience love? What do they like? And once you get into that groove, um, I'm pretty sure you can ride that wave. It doesn't
Yeah.
seem like you have a problem with that. Um,
No, appreciate that.
so did you, well, so let's talk about if you weren't singing
Mm-hmm.
right now, what would you be doing?
I would probably be trying to open up like a business outside of me selling cars, and I'll just be trying to figure out different ways to get more streams of income versus me focusing on music. That way, I just continue to make sure that my son is set. If I wasn't if I wasn't trying to do music,
Okay.
because at that point it'd be like, all right, well, time to find something else to do.
Nothing really targeted. Did you say previously, did I hear you slightly say like you're a single parent, or
No,
did I?
so I'm right now I'm co-parenting. I'm
Okay.
co-parenting.
Hmm.
Yep, I'm co-parenting right now.
No,
Mm-hmm.
I heard you said your mother said that, and I was gonna say that that's amazing. Um, if that's the case, but still co-parenting and being able to hold your own
Mm-hmm.
thing. A lot of people, it's hard.
That is definitely different, but like I feel like if you're able to be cordial and communicate, then there should be no reason why it should not like work because your main focus is your kid, like is your son, or if it's your daughter, whatever it is. Because as long as the focus is on the kid, then it shouldn't, in my opinion, there shouldn't be any issues because it's
Right,
teamwork. Since it takes a village, so let's make this village as strong as possible to make sure that the baby is good.
right, right. I'm a firm believer in that too.
Mm,
No, I don't like to argue, or I'm really easygoing, like whatever. So, um, it definitely takes a village because the parents implement. Your mother probably pours over into him
okay.
and
Yes.
spoils him, and we're usually the ones spoiling the grandkids, and then you get the parents like, "What did you do that for?" I get to do it all the time and sneak my grandson stuff like I didn't hear my son say no. I'm like, "Don't tell," and he's like, "Dad, look what Granny gave me." I'm like, "Why you tell? I didn't even know you said that. Did you tell him he couldn't have it?" So yeah, we get to play those fun games, and it's just joy. Kids bring
Yeah.
about a joy in the atmosphere. Um,
No, for
um,
sure.
yeah, they change the spirit. So with this and everything happening right now, you're getting
Hmm.
interviews. Um, they're doing their thing. They're putting you out there. Are you nervous? How do you feel?
I am I am nervous, but like it's a good nervous energy. Like if I wasn't feeling anything, then I'd be like, all right, what's wrong? Like what's wrong with me? Like why am I not feeling like anything? Like so I truly believe that like that nervousness is like is to me that's like a good energy. That's a good sign. Like I care about what I'm doing.
Hmm.
That's how I look at it.
Okay. So, with that being said, and you said who you would like to make a track with, I'm not going to say if, I'm going to say when you have the opportunity and the opportunity arises for the first concert venue tour, where are you targeting to?
Mm, that's a good question. You know what? I think I would start um on the West Coast because I never been out there. I never been to um like Montana where that's no man's land.
Wow.
Um just a whole because that'd be like a whole different audience. Like to pull people in from there. But I would definitely also like Atlanta. I'd target out there because I know got a lot of people out there that do listen to my music out there. I'll start there, and then I think I'll work my way back to the East Coast. So I'll start south, go to the west, and then end on the East Coast.
Okay. Okay. I just knew you were going to say Atlanta. I'm going to
So,
Atlanta.
well,
Everybody else, I'm going
so
downtown.
I used to live in Atlanta, and like, cause I went to Clark Atlanta for a little bit, and then I end up
Mhm.
getting my degree from Georgia State. So
Okay.
I know it's a good vibe, good energy out there.
Yes, I just came back from Atlanta, and just it's not. I'm like in the Chicagoland area, so it's not like here. Like it's always something. The town never sleeps,
Hmm.
and then you go to Atlanta, and it's really rainy, and it was like the streets were just people weren't walking all around, and it's a different vibe. It's definitely a different vibe. And then at nighttime when the lights go out, and it's almost like if you had a flashlight, you'll see people jumping out like partying. So I was like, okay, I'm trying to get into this thing. All right. And Atlanta nightlife. All right. All right. So it was okay. So let
That's
me
good.
ask you this. Let me ask you
Yes.
this question. I didn't get to ask you this in the beginning, and I should have. Where are you from? That's important.
I am from New Jersey. And then when I was younger, we lived in Trinidad for a while, and then we came back to New Jersey. But I'd say New Jersey.
You don't have a Jersey accent, really. That's interesting.
I don't even know what a Jersey accent sounds like.
To me, kind of like in between New York and Jersey. I don't know. I forgot what their name is. Not the Kardashians, but it's another little girl. I forgot her name, but they have a TV show, a reality show,
Okay.
and she's short, Italian girl, and it's like her and
Oh,
that's a Jersey accent.
yo, stop. You talking like Jersey Shore, like that stuff?
Yes, that's a
No,
Jersey
don't
accent.
do that. Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't let that be a representation.
Look, well, I mean,
That's a
they're cute.
portion. That's a
They're
portion.
cute. They got money, but I mean, like just like over there in the East Coast, it's kind of like the Tim's aggression. It's like you seem very peaceful, like you're not. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
it's just that's what you my persona of things, which is probably messed up.
No, cause like definitely up here, it's a lot of people up here. Cause I remember like going down south. I'm like, yo, why is everybody saying hi to me? Like people saying good morning. I'm like, yo, I don't know you at first, and then I had to like, all right, I had to change my mind. I was like, all right, okay.
Everyone, right? Everyone that I used to be down south, and people have a tendency to say that I'm nice, which I can't stand. Oh, you're so nice. You're so nice. And that's because you have that hospitality, that southern hospitality. Hi, good morning. You know, the
Mm-hmm.
first thing that your grandmother would say if you were in her kitchen and she walked in the kitchen, she would say, I didn't sleep with you last night. You can't say good morning. That's the first thing that they would say. So you know you get accustomed to yes ma'am, no ma'am, good morning, good
Right.
night, excuse me. Um, and then I remember coming here on the train and I didn't know which way to go. And in Chicago, everybody is like north, south, east, and west. I have no idea.
Mm-hmm.
There's no sign. They're pointing like go 3 blocks north, make a right, go 3 steps to the east, around the circle. And I'm like, I have no idea like where I'm going. And it's like nobody talks to you. Nobody. It was just like me and God. I was just like, Lord, please don't let nobody kill me out here. Because people are really mean and rude as ever. And everybody's like that. There's
Mm-hmm.
like no such thing as like a race difference. It's like everybody's shuffling and walking fast and ain't
Just to
heard
get
nothing,
to wherever they need to go.
getting where
That's
they
it.
going.
Like ants. It was like ants.
Yes,
Like a bunch of
yes.
ants.
Yes,
That's
it
it.
would
I
look
get
like
it.
we were on top of them. Absolutely.
Yeah, I get it.
Absolutely. So, what motivates you? Tell me that. Tell me what motivates you besides music.
Um, my son and just this might sound cliche, but like being able to get up because I don't take that for granted. Like being able to get up, it's like all right, you have another chance to do this. Like you have another day to experience life. So pretty much, what are you gonna do?
Hmm.
So that's for me. That's like a motivating factor because I do not take I should say I don't try to take anything for granted at all. Like because it's too precious. Because like literally this weekend I had to fly out to Atlanta for one of my best friends' mom had passed, and that
Mm.
was just another reminder for me to be like to try and live every day like it was a miracle.
And I'm
So
sorry to hear that. I send
no,
in
I
my
appreciate
condolences.
you. I appreciate you.
Wow.
So yeah, that's definitely one of my big. That's one big. Those two things are like my biggest motivators.
I'm
Hmm.
never even know what to say. That's not what I'm supposed to say. You got
Yeah.
serious on me. I'm sorry.
No, you asked the question after. I had to
Yeah, I
make
know,
sure,
but you
like, I had to make sure I
like,
answer for you, you know, because
yes.
you made me. I was like, you know what? Let me like think about it and like be intentional with what I'm about to say. So
Wow.
yeah.
Wow. And I was thinking while you were saying that, to say that means a lot to me. That tells me your intellect level. That tells me how intellectual you are, um, and what you
Mm-hmm.
think about and your intentions. Um, Yet, even though you may play by the rules, and what you said was, I don't take any day for granted. Do you dance to the sound of your own beat, the sound of your own drum? Do you live every day with pursuit to happiness or with pursuit to joy?
For the most part, yeah. Of course, there's like those times where you have to you have to be able to sacrifice because that's I guess that's what creates that balance. Um, but for the most part, yeah. And me learning, I should say, me learning to to sacrifice more in order to keep that balance. But
Mm.
yes, I would say that I live to have more joy. I live to be happy, and I don't I don't regret any part of my life. That's why I haven't because like I said before, I have to trust God's timing, and then God don't make mistakes. So so it's like I can't. I have to be happy whether it's good or bad. But yeah.
Absolutely. And maybe I said that wrong. I mean, who's not gonna be try to be happy every day? But you cleared it. You said exactly what you meant. You cleared that up. I think I asked a question wrong. But you cleared it up perfectly well. No one to not have any regrets.
Mm-hmm.
That's objective for me. The less regrets I have, the more happy I'll be.
Yep.
The more happy I'll be. I
100%.
figured that out
100%.
kind of late, but at least I got up with that.
Of
No
course. Of
no
course.
regrets. Every time I walk into something, am I gonna regret this? Okay, my because I mean seriously, you have to think. I
Because
mean,
of course it crosses your mind. Like it's inevitable for it to cross your mind. Like it'd be foolish for you not to have that thought. Like at least like no matter how big, whether even it's like a little bit. Like, am I? No, I think I'll be fine. I think I'll be fine.
right,
And you have
right,
to live it. You have to live it in order to find out.
absolutely. And every turn you make, I was just telling my son this today. Everything that you do, every turn you make in life, you have to think about it because in that
Mm-hmm.
turn, it'll be another turn. And
But
in that turn, it'll be another turn, and you got to make sure you turn right or left.
mm-hmm.
It has to be the right decision because if you don't, God will bring you back right to where you made the wrong turn at, and you will do that turn over and over again until
Until you
you
get it. Yeah.
till you get it, until you get it. And I'm only telling you this because I don't want you to get my age and just the switch come on. I'm trying to give you some game now. Like that's
I'm
really like
picking up. I'm picking up the jewels. I'm picking them
yes,
up.
man, it's not easy out here.
Mm-hmm.
So when when just as far as your community, because you said you went back to Trinidad and you came back. Um, as far as your community goes, do you do anything in the community? Do you like help kids or do you have any fundraisers or anything like
Right now, no. Um, but that's something that I'm going to strive to do
that?
just because literally I feel like a robot sometimes, but I go to work. I work 6 days a week.
Mm,
Um, I do I do my music and I just make sure that my son is good. Um, and that's definitely something that I want to strive to do to be able to give back.
okay.
But
Okay. Yeah.
like for instance, like I guess another way that I can say that I do give back is anytime that I do see someone who hasn't made like the best decisions in life,
Mm-hmm.
um, like I'll give them like $100. I'll give them $20. It doesn't matter if someone is reaching out to me in that type of scenario. Um, I just give because it's not me. The giving isn't coming from me. I know who it's coming from. Like I know the
Absolutely.
source, so I was like, all right, well, if I have it, I'm gonna give. That's as of right now. That would be like the way that I could say that I do give back right now. But on a bigger scale, what you mentioned before is something that I won't want to get to the point where I'm able to do something on a way bigger scale, like how you mentioned before.
Yeah, thoughts create reality. You got
Mm-hmm.
something on the screen. Can you see it?
Yeah. How does your music impact your daily journey in life? It brings me peace. It brings me peace. Because I could be driving and I'll just start thinking of melodies. I'll start thinking of like ideas and uh, it brings me joy to like just to be able to create and do that. So like music will impacts my life like super positive because it feels good. Like it just brings me joy and happiness to just to be able to do it.
And
Hopefully I answered the question right for you,
it
Jake.
you don't have a wrong answer on exquisite conversation. Whatever
Gotcha.
answer you answer, that's your answer.
Gotcha.
That's the fun part about being here. You can never answer anything wrong. I mean, it's you. It's you. And that's all we ask for. That's all I want. I want people to come on here, be relaxed, and be themselves. This is not Dateline. You know what I mean? This is not like, it's not that bad. It's just relax because people like to see real.
Mm-hmm.
People like to see reality. People want to see um not not the made up version or the version that people um, you know, um, put together in their mind how a person is or
Mm-hmm.
what have you. I want people to be able to come here and get real raw footage, interviews, perspectives of people who are in the industry,
Mm-hmm.
in the indie industry, or in the industry at all, any industry, any genre for that matter. Um, but they're human. They talk, they hurt, they have pain, they laugh, they smile,
Right.
they go through things. And for some reason, people think that people don't go through things when you get there or when you have money. That's not true. That's not true. They go through the same things that we go through. They have to make their bed up too,
Exactly.
put their shoes
Exactly.
on at a time, have some type of spiritual force that they believe in. If they are believers, I mean,
It's just there in your face a lot more than normal. That's what it is. And
absolutely.
then you only get to see one facet of it of their life because of that. And there's I guess when people get to that I guess that level, um, being able to have like private moments is precious or are precious because of your what's the word, you're able people are able to access you that much.
Hmm. In the beginning, because it becomes a point. Um, it comes a time in the industry. Um, Sometimes you are accessible by way of your team, not
Mm-hmm.
by way of being tangible.
Right.
And they say it's lonely at the top. I can imagine. I can imagine. Um, because the more money, the more problems, and that's just how life really is. The more things you have to think about. Even though we would love to say, the more money you have, the richer you are. There's no issues. No, there's issues
I
that come
know
with
there's
that.
always gonna be issues. Yep. It doesn't
Absolutely,
matter how much money you make.
for
I
sure.
feel like that what what I was told one of my dad's like friends told me, he was like, the more money you make, the more purpose you have. He told me
Mm,
that. I was like, got it.
mm.
Got it. Cause you're like all the time you hear is more money, more problems.
Yeah,
And it's true because you have a lot more purpose. You have a lot more on your shoulders because of that.
yes, people calling you their cousin.
Yeah.
You ain't never seen them. People knocking on your door. People asking for money. Just think about it. I wonder how many people have Jay Z said, "Look, this is not my
Yeah.
like." All kind of crazy stuff probably goes on.
Yeah. Especially
Okay, let's go ahead. What were you saying?
and I was gonna say especially at that level. I watched an interview with him and Kevin Hart, and that was one of the topics that was brought up. Like, you know, when they have family members who like, hey yo, cuz you think you give me a loan? I got this business idea, da, da, da. And for them, they have to be able to like to try and tune it out because they didn't even come there for that. They just came to be around like family, like some to be around something real, and they had to learn how to filter that out.
I know, I know all too well how that feels because I'm not around. I know how that feels, and you learn to you learn to survive, and that's
Mm-hmm.
something that you never think about. Being in a position where there's no parents, there's no you learn to survive
Mm-hmm.
by just it's strange, it's different. Not that I couldn't go visit them or go see them, but being far apart, traveling, like those things will happen. The way I heard the song, like that, those things will happen. Travel time, tours, you're literally moving and
Mm-hmm.
grooving. unless you got your son out there with you. You know, people do that.
Right,
You
right,
know what I mean?
right.
For real, like
Yeah,
people do that and have a teacher with them. You know,
yeah.
and just you pay the teacher. She teaches him in the daytime, whatever, however you guys do it. But that can
Mm,
happen if that's what you want to do. Whitney Houston took Bobby out with them all the time. She was like over the road.
yeah.
How does that work? So you can't. I don't know. I don't want to know. I don't want to. I don't know how we would do this. Because all in all, if I do play your music, is it gonna wake him up?
No, no, no. Because
Oh,
I got the headpiece in.
okay, you guys. I'm gonna try to get this going so that we can listen to his hit song. And I want you ladies to listen to it. I want you guys to fall in love with it. It's not. It's hot though. Like, I mean, I'm so serious. Like I've been. I was like literally vibing to it. Like I just was like, whoa. And so I was like, where's the album? Like I just knew that there was an album to it. So
Hmm.
is there a mixtape? Is there an album so we can listen to it? So as long as I know that there's something coming, I'm definitely passing it down to the college, whatever, to my daughter. Like listen to this. So
No, appreciate that. That
it's
means a
on
lot.
every platform. There's not a platform you guys can't find it on.
Go lay down. I'll be right with you. Go lay down. Go lay down. What did I say? Go lay down. I'm gonna give you a hug in a little bit. Go lay down.
Oh, he can come. You want to give him a hug? Let him come. He can come.
See if
I
I
have to
get
run
no.
over.
That he ain't no.
That's a baby for you.
Yeah.
Um, so yeah, we're gonna try to get this on. Um, I'm wondering what we can do. I don't want to leave you guys. So we're gonna try to get it through something else. So what did your mother say? What does your mother say? Like when she just says, "Okay, this is what you're gonna do." You made your mind. If you got the diploma, you got the paper for her already. You got the paper. You graduated. Now, what's her statistics? What's her thought?
She at that point she couldn't really tell me anything. She was just like, okay, just make sure if you just like because you already did like I already did my part. I did my part. I did the part that she wanted.
Hmm.
She was like,
Yeah,
no, it's okay. And then she realized that I could really sing. Cause before she knew I could sing, but since I guess being a mom, her objective was I want to make sure that you have something to fall back on if anything, like in a protective mode. So I get it. I understand it a lot more now being a parent. but
absolutely.
um but yeah, she likes it. She just tell me to keep doing my thing. And if she hear a record that's like a little bit like iffy, she be like, "Hey, why you talking like that?" I'm like, "Ma, you don't have to listen. You don't have to listen to the. I have other music you could listen to."
That's why I asked you because I wanted to see did she say that stuff. That's what I'm like what she say. When did she hear it? Do you have any siblings?
Yeah, I do. I have a lot of siblings. I have a lot of
Oh
siblings.
no.
So I even though like there's like half brothers, half sisters. I just call them my brothers and my sisters. So in total, I have 7 brothers and 4 sisters.
That's not a lot.
You said that's not a lot.
No, that's 11. That's not a lot. It's I mean
What's a lot then?
22.
Woo! God. Yeah.
My grandpa had 22 kids.
Mm.
Mhm.
What?
All with the same father until he passed away. And then I think it was the last two from what my mom told me. Yep, that's a
22.
lot.
Oh,
That's a lot to be. That's a
oh
lot to be
yeah.
liking on somebody.
That's a strong woman.
I
That's a
wondered, did
strong
y'all
woman.
ever talk? You know, what did you guys do? Yeah, I know that's probably horrible.
Busy.
Oh, you're thinking, it's like what? So it's not that bad. I mean, it's 11. For me, I'm thinking that you guys, um, you had a lot to do in the house. Like I was the only one in the house for like 10 years.
So like
So
it was I get it. So I get like that 10 year span like it because you have like it was like older set of siblings and then like I fall like somewhere like in the middle, like the middle towards like the younger group of siblings.
okay, and so it was smart. She had us far enough apart so the other one could watch the other one. You know, you waited what,
Yeah.
years, waited 10 years, and then you have another one, and then do it again. Like what? Like I don't have anybody to play with. No, just change the pamper. Like this is really sad. So I got you right here. We got you right here. You guys,
Let's
we
get
got
it.
we got summertime fallout finally. Finally. I'm gonna go ahead and play it. It's not the whole. I want to say it's just it's not the. Is it the whole song? No, it couldn't be. I think they just gave me. Start selling online. I just think they gave me a certain.
Mm.
Shut your mouth, take responsibility. Ain't nothing else when things got rough. I told myself I don't want you. Ain't a thing you can do. Summertime, summertime, summertime for love. Summertime, summertime for love. Try to hit me, then you kiss me. Change your mood every day, feeling guilty. Summertime, summertime, summertime for love. Summertime, summertime for love. Repeat behavior, that's not my nature. I'm contemplating, got me thinking why I date ya. Girl, I don't hate ya, but tell me this, tell me this. How could you love me when you lie? Don't make sense. The truth about you, I should've quit ya. I'll find something new, something new. 'Cause I ain't with ya. I'm talking kinda loose. Must be the liquor. 'Cause you don't understand what a man goes through. Summertime, summertime for
Mm.
love. Summertime, summertime for love. Try to hit me, then you kiss me. Change your mood every day, feeling guilty. Summertime, summertime, summertime for love. Summertime, summertime for love. For love, for love. Summertime for
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
love. I just described. You guys just heard Summertime Fallout on Exquisite Conversation. I had a good time with you tonight. Tell the
I
people where they can
appreciate you.
find you at.
You can find me on Instagram at Smoky Voice Guy. You can find me on Twitter, Smoky Voice Guy. You can find me on Apple Music, ZenCris. You can find me on Tidal, ZenCris. You can find me on Spotify, ZenCris. You can find me on Amazon Music, get ZenCris. All
Mm-hmm.
like the platforms, you type in ZenCris, you type in Summertime Fallout, you should be able to find me.
Absolutely. You got that branding together. I want to tell everybody I appreciate you for coming.
Thank you for having
Everybody
me.
on the platform, we're going to see you again.
Oh,
We're going to see
without a
you again
doubt.
because
Without a doubt.
I already know what it is. I already know what it is. I already know what it is. Like I'm excited for you. I'm already
I
knowing what it is.
appreciate that. I appreciate that.
Yes, you need that energy because you know what? It's somebody that I think that you would go perfect with as far as like singing. As far as like singing a hook with, I don't even know what made me just think that. I'm gonna message you. Your PR, your manager. I know I can't
Okay.
talk directly to you. I'm sorry, but your PR, your manager, you guys, be looking for a message from me, and I'll be sending you guys over a link. You might want to have a feature or something, or do something
Okay.
with them. But y'all voices will go so hard together.
I'm with that.
Yeah, that's
I'm with
amazing.
that. I'm so with that.
And she's
I
actually over there.
appreciate
So
that.
it'll be great. So yeah, you guys check him out. ZenCris, Summertime Fallout is real, it's raw, uncut, and
Yes.
we'll see him real soon. We'll see you soon. And thank you everybody in the background. exquisite conversation. We love y'all. Talk to you later.
Thank you. Much love.